in Nasarawa State sets for good farming experience as federal government lends a helping hand. Residents of Uyo appeal for good drainage system with the rainy season underway. Plus, Correspondents examines the state of Vesica Vagina Fistula Center in Abakaliki. Many thanks for joining us on this week edition of the Correspondents. It promises to be educative and interesting as usual. I am Amina Baba Suleiman. You're welcome. We begin with the state of drainage system in the street of Uyo, the Akwa Ibom state capital. Proper road networks with good drainage systems help to improve the aesthetics of the environment as well as curb flooding or erosion. But when existing drainage systems lack rehabilitation and proper salting, it becomes a source of concern to the environment. In this report, Correspondent Evelyn Badu Ekpo examines the impact of drainage system in the environment at the onset of the rainy season in the states.
Drainages are an integral part of infrastructural development for proper waste or water disposal to avoid instances of flooding, erosion, or ensure a habitable environment, especially in the cities. Uyo, the Akwa Ibom state capital, is one city that can boast of quality infrastructure, but not without challenges, as flooding remains a common scene when the rain comes.
Down Atiku, after GWT's filling station, when it rains, you can't access the other side of the road. There's no gutter. The small one there can't take the volume of the water coming out from the resident. There's a community called Afiansan. One of these days when it rains, try to access that community. You won't be able. The entire water, the entire flood that comes from that construction is dumped into that community.
Lack of proper drainages on internal and external road networks and to an extent human activities have contributed negatively, leading to blocked drainages in which most communities have to deal with.
The waste bins are being kept at strategic locations. People will be dumping their waste there instead of putting them anywhere, and when it rains like that, the flood will carry all manner of things inside the gutter, and the gutter will now full.
Drainage system in that road, especially that IBB road, it gets flooded whenever it rains, floods. People can't even walk on the road, and sometimes car cannot even pass through that road. So I think it's an urgent need that government should attend to. They should make a good drainage system that will curb the situation.
The onset of the rain some Nigerians observe is a challenging period due to the incessant flooding and advocate proper silting of drainages and expansion of smaller ones.
The government ought to be proactive. The government needs a lot sensitization, because if you have this one and it is blocked, that is the activity of the activities of human. Now, but those ones that are yet to be constructed, those ones that are yet to be areas that are yet to be attended to, should be attended to. The drainage system, I mean, you and I know how important draining a city is for the safety of the inhabitants of that city.
The people living around here, doing business here, in order to sanitize their area, the particular place that they are doing their business, they are supposed to do it, making sure that their business environment is clean.
The things that clog are drains don't fall from the sky. They are dumped there by human beings. That's where education awareness comes into play. And that's why we've also embarked on a campaign to educate people, to say, look, if you clear the front of your house, the drain in front of your house, I clear the drain in front of my house, our neighbor does the same thing, what will be left will be the common areas where government can come in to deal with. Government will deal with that. But by and large, we expect that everyone within your community, where you live, where I live, the drain in front of your house, please endeavor to keep it clean and free from debris.
They also appeal for construction of drainages in internal streets to reduce the impact of flooding within Uyo.
Well, that's a fact, Evelyn. Construction of drainage systems has become necessary, especially as the rainy season sets in. Thanks so much. And talking agriculture, More than 2,000 farmers in Nasarawa states are beneficiaries of the federal government Value Chain Development Program to boost food production. The intervention is a joint collaboration between the federal government and International Fund for Agricultural Development, IFAD, designed to reduce poverty. Correspondents Aliyu Tijani Muhammad tells us more.
Driving the non-oil economy of the present administration is agriculture, with Value Chain Development Program as the driver of the new initiative. So far, 2,233 farmers have been profited and supported with varieties of rice seedlings, fertilizer and herbicides to boost rice and cassava production.
Wamba is mostly known for producing alebo, which is one of the greatest value chain of cassava. And for us, this is that alebo is also used in processing fish feed and a lot of things. And for us, it will put us in the center of a value chain that people will come to Wamba to get one of the major products they need, as well as be able to enrich our lives in the community.
We face a lot of challenge of bringing this. We don't have store to store our rice and then alebo. We don't have store. But this program has put us in a good condition where they gave us a shop where we are going to store our crops there. When in the day of market, we are going to distribute it for the marketers where they will come and buy from us. We are going to give them in a moderate price that we are getting it from for the farmers.
In addition, 5 solar-powered boreholes, 3 market stores, as well as cassava model processing mills have been constructed in 5 local government areas of the state to scale up activities across the value chain of production and increase small-scale farmers' income.
VCDP has trained 300 farmers on financial literacy, aimed at helping farmers to learn how to access financial services. Similarly, a total of 129 youths and women were selected across the participating LGAs for various enterprises along the rice cassava value chains and are benefiting from empowerment designed to transform their businesses.
Nasarawa State supported the scheme with 176 million naira as counterpart funds for the take-off and implementation of the project for the period of 2 years.
Let me at this moment commend the federal government of Nigeria and the International Fund for Agricultural Development, IFAD, for this laudable initiative which is aimed at reducing poverty, ensure food security, increase small-scale farmers' income, enhancing processing and marketing of rice and cassava, as well as promoting accelerated economic growth and sustainable development. Let me express our profound appreciation to IFAD and Federal Government of Nigeria Value Chain Development Program for the choice of Nasarawa State to host this all-important event. This is based on the fact that Nasarawa State is one of the beneficiaries of the additional financing program. As you are aware, the Value Chain Development Program is the initiative of the federal government of Nigeria, which is geared towards diversifying the economy as an alternative source for revenue.
The program is to be extended to other states of the Federation to boost agricultural sector for food security and job creation.
And now joining us to speak further on Value Chain Development Program is Aliyu Tijani Muhammad. He joined us from Lafia via phone call. You're welcome to the program, Aliyu.
Thank you very much.
Now let's begin, Aliyu. Tell us, what is the Value Chain Development Program all about?
Thank you again. Value Chain Development Program is a 6-year development initiative of the federal government. An initiative.
Yes, Aliyu, I'm with you.
Yeah, okay. An initiative of IFAD that is improving cassava rice value chain for small farmers while also addressing the constraints along the value chain.
Okay.
It is also anchored in Nigerian government vision for agricultural transformation through commodity value chain approach, with emphasis on enhancing productivity and access to market for rice and cassava smallholders. You know, the program seeks to adopt a holistic and demand-driven approach to addressing challenges along the cassava and rice value chain, and that is why actors along the chain of the production. What I mean here is that the producers and processors and marketers are being supported. By the time players along the value chain of production are empowered, it reduces the rate of poverty and accelerated economic growth in rural communities. Okay, by extension, it will ensure food security, increase production and productivity, as well as expand income-generating activities and employment opportunities. Generally, the goal of the program is to reduce rural poverty, increase food security, and accelerated economic growth on a sustainable basis. This specific program developed objective is that the income and food security of the poor rural households engaged in the production, processing, and marketing of rice and cassava in the targeted local governments are enhanced. So, rural farmers in benefiting states that are selected will be supported with rice seedlings, fertilizers, and herbicides to boost cultivation of rice and cassava. That is the main about it now.
Okay, Aliyu. Women are said to be the main drivers of this traditional value chain. What is the level of women representation in this intervention?
Okay.
Can you hear me, Aliyu?
Hello?
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you now.
Okay. Women are said... Hello, Aliyu?
Yes,
can you hear me?
I'm with you.
Okay.
Yes, I'm with you.
Women are said to be the main drivers of the traditional value chain. What is the level of women representation in this intervention?
It creates opportunity for employment in the sense that there are many rural dwellers who want to go into farming, but many do not have the means, and so they are jobless. But the program is now reaching out to those farmers with seedlings free, fertilizers, herbicides, and in fact, other farm implements to go into rice and cassava farming. And again, it is a value chain approach. Jobs are also created in the processing sector, as well as marketing of the produce, rice and cassava. So it creates a lot of activities in rural communities, making them busy. And with this, it put more money in their pocket and take away poverty. That's for the women.
Okay. You mean the opportunity will will gain employment for youth and women?
Yes.
Okay.
That is what I'm saying.
Okay, Aliyu, lastly, how will the intervention develop agriculture and ensure food security in the country?
Okay. The Value Chain Development Program is a counterpart fund project with federal and international fund for agricultural development, IFAD, contributing part of the fund, as well as state government. Like, for instance, national state government contributed 176 million naira to the program. So for government to commit such resources into the program, it means business. It shows readiness to develop agricultural sector and ensure food security. The program makes farming attractive to farmers. Farmers are also being supported with improved variety of seedlings that will yield more and give that's more results. Again, the program is addressing challenges of post-harvest losses where farm produce can be stored. Also because crops produce of improved variety, they have market value. So the program is indeed transforming agriculture from traditional to modern methods because more people are engaged in farming.
Okay, thank you so much, Aliyu, for being part of the Correspondents this week. We'll see you again soon.
Thank you very much.
Okay. And still to come, awareness creation on vesico-vaginal fistula, its treatment and prevention. Join us again after the break.
The coronavirus, also known as COVID-19, has been declared by the World Health Organization as a global pandemic. While clinical trials are ongoing for a vaccine and a possible cure, there is no known treatment for the coronavirus. Nigeria has recorded some of these cases, and people are advised to take these preventive measures to keep themselves safe and contain the further spread of the virus. Wash your hands frequently with soap and water, or use hand sanitizers all the time. Maintain social distancing. Avoid touching your eyes, nose, and mouth. Practice respiratory hygiene. If you have fever, cough, and difficulty breathing, seek medical care early. Do not panic. Stop the spread of unconfirmed news. Follow the official government news outlets and report all cases immediately. This message is brought to you by the Nigerian Television Authority, NTA, Africa's largest television network.
These days, people get their news and information from more media sources than ever before. Some of the news and information given are fake, unverified, doctored, and manufactured to create confusion, stir disaffection, and cause disunity. Before you believe or share any news, ask yourself, is this real? Is it from a credible source? Is it verified or verifiable? Fake news is dangerous. Whether you do it for fun or for political gains, real people can get hurt. Fake news, don't create it, don't spread it.
This is a public service announcement from NTA.
Welcome back to the Correspondents. Now to health matters. Prior to the establishment of fistula centers across the country, many women lived with the agony of vesico-vaginal fistula for years, while some even died with the condition. With these centers running for some time now, how many Nigerians are aware of their services and how effective is the service delivery? Correspondents Uchechukwu Chubueze Idam was at the National Obstetric Fistula Center in Abakaliki, where she brings us recent developments.
It does not only affect the health of the patient. Vesico-vaginal fistula also has adverse effects on the patient's emotion. It takes away their dignity, leaving them with very low self-esteem, as they usually face stigmatization from the members of the public. What then is vesico-vaginal fistula, you may ask? It is, according to medical experts, an abnormal connection between the vagina and the bladder, which makes a woman leak urine or urine and feces continuously with offensive odor. In some cases, the woman loses her marriage or is treated like an outcast. The condition, which is mainly caused by obstructed labor, poorly managed cesarean section, or female genital mutilation, among others, is preventable and also treated at special centers in the country.
At the first National Obstetric Fistula Center in Nigeria, with 5 main mandates of free treatment of fistula patients, prevention, rehabilitation, research, and training. Once you admit, within 3 days you should go through surgery, and then you should spend next 14 days after surgery.
Assistance from donor agencies, federal and state governments, and a few individuals have helped them to give free treatment, rehabilitation, and empowerment to their patients. But that seems not to be enough, as the hospital is still challenged with lack of operational vehicles, fund, and logistics.
Many of them, their husband chased them away. They don't have help. So we needed them to be rehabilitated. So that Her Excellency Chief Richard Mahi last year supported us a lot. We also received help from Federal Ministry of Women Affairs.
We don't need the presidency to bring all the money to put in a point. They have already created an enabling environment, but we need people to come and invest here.
The frontline workers said passion for their job is what makes them do their work with ease. And for the repaired patients, they are forever grateful to government and the medical team.
I was in this sickness. I'm so sad because anytime I look at myself, it's a shameful something.
I have to take them as my own people.
Considering the peculiarity of the health condition of fistula patients who visit the hospital from different parts of the country, molecular laboratories are required at the centers for their safety and that of the health workers. The Chief Medical Director, National Obstetric Fistula Center, Abakaliki, Professor Johnson Opuna, advocates increased awareness creation from stakeholders to get the women well informed on how to go about the prevention. And in a situation where it develops, well, with centers such as this and its free medical services, the women need not to suffer.
Oh yes, I quite agree with you, Uche. With proper sensitization, women or girls need not to suffer from vesico-vaginal fistula, as there are special centers for such treatments. And many thanks for the awareness. Hope you enjoyed the correspondence this week. Let's do it again next week on another edition. Thank you so much for your time. And you can follow us on our Twitter handle at FUOLUA at NTA #NTA Correspondents. Don't forget to use the hashtag NTA Correspondents whenever you make a comment or ask a question. And a quick reminder that COVID-19 is very much around us. Continue to abide by the government regulations and safety protocols. And more importantly, get vaccinated. Take responsibility and stay safe. See you again next week, same time.